What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video on the Alien Algo channel. Today we will be getting into the markets again, but I want to sum this up a little bit quicker than usual. So without more having said, let's get straight into it. For the S&P, we of course had the bearish catalyst last night, and the stock market is reacting heavily to it, just like the crypto market is of course. And there is, I will make this as quick as possible, so if I go over it a little bit quickly today, you can just of course press the pause button and look back or replay it. So for the S&P, these highs I would like to see being broken in a similar fashion of this right here. If we do something like this around these highs, I would be leaning more towards the upside, but currently we are simply not. To see some possible upside, if we get more downside first, we would like to see it getting above here, where we still have a bullish structure. If I just lower this to here, you see like this, we still have higher highs and higher lows. So this would be the play to see, but if we don't, we simply will be breaking down from here, continuing a little bit deeper, which of course war is not something we can influence. So if you're not really comfortable with scalping and taking quick reactions and be quick to take profits or quick to take entries as well, I wouldn't suggest trading these type of days. So with S&P having had, let's get into BTC, which I think most people are here for. We of course wanted to see this daily naked POC getting reclaimed, but we simply did not. And we've gotten a bearish retest as well from that projected range, with this being the 0 to 5 level, which we broke down, retest, and flood down. So we had the catalyst right around here last night. In this candle it happened, so around 1:30 my time. And when we look at this on a lower time frame, we quite simply see how the levels have been respected, but they just didn't hold, and they just later acted as a break retest. As you can see right here, we broke below it, tried to get back above, and we just flooded down. So when we look at this on a volumetric level, we have seen these high volume levels, and the moment you get out of those high volume levels, you just start to bleed really hard. Why? Because there is barely any volume to get the price back up, or of course if the chart was inverted, back down. So what do I mean with this? I mean we have efficient markets and we have inefficient markets. So what is an efficient market? Something like this, where you have proper retest. When you have an explosive move, you start to trend, you get back into it, and here again, explosive move, you get back into it. And this gets repeated multiple times. But what do we see right here? This is the inefficient part, where on this move up, we barely had any trading volume here, because there was a very short period to position yourself, meaning a bunch of people did not take any trades, meaning low volume. So what can we expect? Those high volume levels to act as crucial levels. So right here, we did not flip it, bleed further, filling this void. Why? Here was a lack of volume. This logic, now let's apply it to this move and to this move. What do you see? You see volume right here, proven by the volume profile, and these lows as well had a lot of volume. Right here, there wasn't anything at all. In this part as well, from here to here, there barely was any volume. And you just flooded through both these levels. And currently we are having a bearish retest of that same level. So when we just analyze this, we could clearly know if a high volume level holds, we can expect more upside. If it doesn't, we can quite clearly expect it to blast through the low volume nodes and get into those high volume nodes before we even should be looking at any enters for long term. So this is what happened on BTC. Well, look at underneath, looks a little bit worse even. I'll remove this because I don't think this is useful. It was a little test on my part. So when we look at, we just had this range I was talking about. If it held, we could have seen continuation, making this a break retest of these prior highs, but we didn't, quite clearly. And where was the hints again? You get into this range, you form it, we have been able to catch this quick trade, and here we don't break out, we reject even. Here I did bid, and here I got stopped out and acknowledged this as a breakdown. So what did I do? I shorted. Because if you're wrong on the range, so let's say price is ranging right here, and you are bidding the lows and selling the highs, the moment it breaks out, you usually have opened a short position here, expecting it to reverse back to those lows. But now, if it does this, it simply means you're wrong on that short, so you get stopped out. But what does that really mean? That the range is breaking out instead of deviating from it. So, this is exactly what I've done here. Now I've just drawn it the other way around. But it's the exact same concept for the downside as for the upside, of course. So, this was a little short trade for me. Didn't sleep for until right around here. And this is also where I exited my short position and flipped a little bit into longs, which I did some de-risking around here. Yes, this candle. So we've simply seen this being controlled right now. But what do we want to see? We want to see this uptrend continuing by holding these lows. These ones. Right there. And if we don't, we simply should see even lower. Perhaps even taking out this wick. I wouldn't be surprised if we get back into this consolidation, where we break down a little bit further. And here I would like to see an aggressive reaction. And that was too aggressive, but like a quite fast move and not something like this. Because if we see something like this, I just expect more downside. So this would be my expectation for ETH right now. And for BTC, we just want to see the reclaim of this to look at more upside. If we don't, we should simply be trending downwards in a slow fashion. With, of course, the weekend coming up. Weekends usually are low volume, so price is easy to move. So expect some more volatile periods or just a simple consolidation. It's one of the two usually in the weekends. So we either see one aggressive move to take out liquidity in the weekend because it's easy to move price, or we see zero participants in the weekend where we just form some little range. So to sum them up, for ETH, we want to see the reclaim of that 0.5 level, or we want to see this reversion play taking action where we get that move towards the downside and up, or we want to see this little bit of price hold to get the opportunity to take this as a trade. And then people say, yes, but it looks like a very small trade. Yes, but if you are managed to snipe them right here, and I turn it to the 3 minute right now, this still looks like quite a decent trade. So this will be a setup. If this, of course, is not playing out, we should just see the lows quite clearly. And for BTC, the same. if we look at it on a relative strength basis, ETH BTC is catching a little bit of support, but we are still below that 0.5 level. So on the daily, I would like to see a close right above this blue zone with a correlation from the 0.5 level. So when I explain this, I would like to see it simply hold above here, meaning the body of the candle should close around here. Because the wick, of course, it's just noise when you read candlesticks on a higher time frame. So we want to see it reclaim this, hold, and close above. So that will be it for today. If you guys want me to have a look at something else during these type of videos, make sure to let me know. And as usual, keep trading, guys, and have a nice day.